Hey you guys, Matt Allen here. Welcome back to Tactical Bassin. Today we're out on beautiful Watts Bar. I got here just as the fog is lifting. Today is supposed to be unseasonably warm. I think it's going to be a really good day on the water. It's hard to believe, but I haven't been to Watts Bar in almost a year. Watts is just up the road from us, but we've been traveling so much that we just haven't had time to fish our own home lakes and surrounding area. So I couldn't miss the opportunity to come up here today. It's supposed to be warm. I think it's going to be really fun. I mean, the fog's lifting. I'm already in flip-flops. I think it's going to be a really good day. I love this lake because you have all these multi-species opportunities. There's giant largemouth in here. There's Florida strain largemouth, big smallmouth. There's spots, there's striper, but there's all these other species in here too. It's just a really cool lake. I don't fish it very often, but it seems like every time I come here, I get to interact with something big. It's just a neat place. So with that, let's get to it. Let's see if we can catch some fish here on Watts. Oh. That is a giant walleye to start the day. Oh my gosh. I don't know how big this is. This is by far the biggest walleye I've ever seen in person. She just ate the A-rig. I'm trying to get these hooks out. Well, it's not a bass, but what a way to start the day. I was throwing the Tactical Flex bladed. I'm gonna take measurements of this thing. It's huge. That is by far the biggest one I've ever interacted with. Wow. I just happened to have my board with me. This fish. That walleye is 27 and 3/4 inches long. That's a giant walleye. That's awesome. Not the way I planned on starting my day, but I'll take that. All right, stop number 2. It really is warm today. I don't think I'm even gonna have a sweatshirt on here pretty soon. I tied on all sorts of things today when I saw the forecast. I've got everything from a 2.8 Kitech to an A-rig to a blade bait, crankbait, chatterbait, topwater. I even left a frog on. And as I pull up here in the back of this pocket, I do see that there is still remaining grass. Today might be a wild day if our first fish was any indicator of the caliber of fish that might bite today. What I don't see yet is any blow-ups back here. I was hoping to find fish still around bait, but it's a big lake. We'll just keep covering water. buddy. Welcome. Second cast with an underspin. I got out to the outer edge of this stuff. This is that Picasso single barrel with a Kitech. That'll do. See if we can get another one. These fish were waiting for the sun to come out. There are bass busting bait everywhere now. They are loving this warm day. I can't get over this temperature. So tomorrow the high is supposed to be 48 degrees. That's our high. It's 9:30, 10 in the morning. Oh, it's almost 10:30. And I'll bet it's close to 60 degrees out here. I just took my hoodie off. I can't believe it, but tomorrow's gonna be freezing. These fish are in for a shocker, but boy, are they chasing today. Hello. That was a big fish. You call that matching the hatch right there. A little shad. Got speared by my underspin. Another one on that underspin. Nice. So again, that's that Picasso single barrel and a 3.3 Kitech. Normally, I would put a 2.8 on the cool baits on 6 or 7 pound line as my finesse underspin. But I said at the beginning of this that Watts just seems to have random giant fish of every species. They just show up out of nowhere. Case in point, that giant walleye out of nowhere. So I went to a 7'6" medium, 10 pound leader, and that bigger hook, so that if I suddenly stumble into a big largemouth, a big striper, you know, something like that, I've got a shot at landing those fish. There we go. That's a strong fish. Hello. Nice largie. He's got cool spots too. Check you out. Check out his markings. I love when they have spots on him. He's got one on the tail, one in the back, one on his side. Really, really cool coloration. It's awesome. We've talked recently and many other times about the power of a blade, an underspin. That blade underneath the swim bait when bass are around bait fish is remarkable. It just makes you stand out from the thousands of other bait. They just run it down. Oh, lost him. Little guy, but we'll take him. He ate that flex rig again. I missed one on the frog. What a weird day. Giant walleye. Super late season frogfish. Crazy. All right, guys, midday update for you. We just got back to our second spot this morning, the spot where we caught those good largemouth. After doing a bunch of running and gunning and trying to mirror the pattern, I just haven't found them as good as they were here. Had 7 or 8 short strikes, nips, misses, caught that one smaller A-rig fish, but all in all, there's a lot more activity here. So I came back here to wrap up our day. Hopefully we can get a few more fish. No way. Well, that is not what I expected to have eat that underspin. That is a skipjack herring. It's another skipjack. Come here. That's a big skipjack. Good gracious. Poor man's tarpon. He swallowed that thing. Hopefully you guys, I don't know if you're in shadow, hopefully you can see the gorgeous colors on these things. A pretty amazing fish. Not the biggest fish, but I'll take him. So I switched over. I went farther back in the grass. I went to that Largo shad on the flashy swimmer. That's that 3-inch Largo. He chomped it. Ooh, that sounded like a bigger one. Here we are right at the end of the day, and I figured out a speed thing. So that Kitech earlier I was fishing it slow, and that's how I was catching those fish. And I tried the Largo shad this morning, nothing. So we're right here at the end of the day. I'm about to wrap it up, and I thought, you know, I've had those couple of skipjack, eat the Kitech. I'm gonna try the Largo shad. Made a few casts, nothing. I sped up. So I'm throwing an HG reel. This is a Shimano Metanium, but HG, that means high gear. So that's the 7-to-1. So I'm throwing a 7-to-1 reel, and I started to burn it like this. They started smashing it. I've caught the last few doing that, and I've missed more than I've caught. And I had one big one come up and just destroy it right on top. It's really interesting that even while they're active and chasing bait, speed would be that big of a deal, but it is. They are crushing this thing when I'm going fast. All right, we're gonna wrap it up on this guy right here. Too much fun. I mean, this is the time of year where most people are drop shotting, Ned rigging. We're out here. Oh my goodness, hang on. All right, guys, I got all loaded up, got ready to head for home, realized I didn't even talk to you there at the end. It was pretty amazing today. I mean, a giant walleye to start. That's my personal best by a landslide. And then after that, I mean, we had a good day. This is that time of year where people are just limping along, catching them on a drop shot, a Ned rig, slow dragging. That's what a lot of people do. That's what the people I saw out on the lake were doing. That is not what we were doing. We're power fishing, catching them on that A-rig, catching them on a couple of those underspins. I mean, my gosh, I had a frog bite today. You've got to be kidding me. So down in the video description, I'll link all the baits. Just remember, this time of year, you can still fish hard. It's not all about finesse. Finesse is great, but it's not all about finesse. You have options. Our best deal today was when I started speeding up and really burning that bait. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This was the end of the break, so now we're headed back into buyer's guides. The next video will be a buyer's guide. We'll do a few more of those, and then we'll wrap up the buyer's guide series. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it so far. If you guys enjoyed today's video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and we'll talk to you soon.